So, our plans have changed.
Sadly, we didn't check all the signs.
He can outrun me. He's got bigger muscles than me. So yeah, for €65, I wouldn't book it again.
Oh well, plans sorted once again.
Hi, I'm Daz and she's B, and we're on a 12-week road trip round France with our boys and our greyhound Sammy. Join us as we explore the history, beauty and fun we can squeeze in while getting to grips with the challenges of working and home educating on the road as a family in France, living a life less ordinary as we escape in the motorhome.
Well, we've woken up excited for day 2 in Paris. I've had a pretty poor night. Oh, hello. Yeah, I just complained about this guy and his manly aroma this morning. I think that's quite a nice way of saying it. Anyway, yeah, we're all ready for day 2 of Paris. Well, I am anyway. I woke up excited even though I had a pretty poor night's sleep. Forgot it was a Saturday night and the music went on until I don't know what time this morning. There was a point where I think Sammy switched on the heater, so I had to get up and turn it off. It's his long nose, you see, it's right next to the button. And I could hear music playing, but there was no voices and noises, it was just music playing. And about 2 hours before that, you'd heard like the party atmosphere. It was almost like everybody had gone home and they'd forgotten to switch off the music. So we think that was approximately 4 a.m. But I haven't got a massive headache this morning. Maybe I'll take a tablet before we go, just in case. But yeah, excited for the boat trip, excited for the things that we didn't see yesterday, and genuinely feeling like Paris is one of my favourite cities. And an excellent breakfast after a huge dirty burger last night. A bit of melon. Right, Sammy, muzzle time. So, our plans have changed slightly because we had a slower morning. Perhaps slower than we should have had. We said we're chill because we have another long day in Paris. It's going to be hotter. But we don't think our expensive batter bus hop on hop off, which we didn't do yesterday because we didn't have enough time to do it. This morning we don't think we've got enough time to fit it in. So we're essentially going to, after the Louvre Museum, which we're making plans for, we're essentially going to go round and round and round on the boat until we get our money's worth. Because it was €65 and it stops at 7 o'clock. Plan for this morning, it's now 11:30. We need to get to the Louvre Museum for 1 o'clock. Daddy's going to have a little chill outside. So we're in the Louvre for 1 o'clock. So we've decided food first, otherwise I'm going to have grouchy children. We're at an enormous, cavernous metro station shop, which had about 18 exits. We're heading in the direction of the Louvre, and then we're heading to a place called Cloud Cakes. Now, I initially looked up Maisie's Cafe, but it's closed on a Sunday. And I also said to Dad, if we plan to eat after Louvre, I think everyone's going to be super grumpy. So we decided to switch up the plans and go to a place called Cloud Cakes, also fully vegan, and has an assortment of lovely things on the menu. We're not going to go crazy because we went crazy yesterday and spent a ridiculous amount on food. So after this little treat, it'll be supermarket food in beautiful locations for the rest of the day. Yeah, this is Châtelet Le Havre, and it is like an underground commerce heaven with all sorts of chains of foods that I'm not familiar with. Just gone up too many steps with Sammy. He's fitter than me, he's faster than me, he can outrun me, he's got bigger muscles than me. No competition. First person to see Cloud Cakes gets a cucumber. We found it, the vegan cake shop. Hooray! So you're thinking chocolate and try a bit of carrot cake?
That fruit looks really good. I think I'm going to have a cheesecake.
You're going to have a cheesecake, yeah? I'm going to deliver this. Hey Eddie, your favourite!
I got a mini carrot.
There's a mini carrot for your carrot cake. I've got vegan bread pudding, vegan chantilly cream and maple syrup. What's your best? Best thing. That's so cute. Oh! you found 5 cents! Yay! Oh, Zara, I remember fashion. Linoleum, objet d'art. Well, it's a real department store there. Tampons in, everyone. It's the reception, the tampon zone. Such a child, such a child. Look at the suns for the Sun King, guys.
It's inside a building.
It's inside a courtyard. You go under the ground to get to it. It's very exciting. Just through here, look at this. Wow. Right, come on in, guys, because it is 1 o'clock. What do you think then? It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
If you've not been beneath the Louvre before, you might be surprised by these views. More reminiscent of an airport terminal or shopping mall than a museum. Away from all the hustle and bustle, Sammy and I chilled out under the shade of a tree.
So we're in the Richelieu section of the Louvre, and this is Charles Lebrun, who used to paint Louis XIV. I thought I recognised the name. We was having a little wander. Oh, there's some amazing galleries. I think, yeah, let's go and look at the really cool stuff. This is Sammy's descendant. Sammy in a former life when he was violent. He's not like that though, is he? He's a good dog. But as you can see, greyhounds have been around for millennia. This is a wife holding a dagger and saying, "You can kill yourself, darling, it doesn't hurt," because apparently her husband was going to be killed or condemned to death by the Emperor Claudius. What a distressing sculpture. Yeah, so here is the Medusa. So ugly she will turn you to stone. And you can't even look at a reflection of her either. And there's Perseus. This used to be in Versailles as well, made for Louis XIV. This is how Homemade works. We're having a toilet stop in the Louvre, having a lovely stroll around some air-conditioned places, and speaking to a nice Australian lady who wanted to know how to get to, I'm holding my son, who wanted to know how to get to Disneyland and also to get to a shopping centre. But I also just had to watch a YouTube video because whilst I was in the toilet, Indy's been watching escalators and wanted to know how they work and how they go around. So we just had to watch a YouTube video on that, which is fine because we are on the Wi-Fi in the Louvre, which is always good because yesterday I struggled with the Wi-Fi, didn't I? Remember to always tick terms and conditions, otherwise it won't work. We're just laughing in the Louvre because there's a sign out there that's seriously confusing every man that approaches the toilet. It's a symbol of a family. So you've got male, female, child and baby. The trouble is, there's 2 entrances to the 2 toilets and it looks like the males are on one side, so we've watched at least 20 men approaching the male side and then seen a massive queue of females and gone, oh, they're all the same. So it's quite amusing to sit down and watch this happening.
Went in, he came out with a really confused, like he looked at the sign, looked like his family, then went back in, came out, and then like talked to his family, then went back in, and then came out and then come back.
That's brilliant. Oh no, Julius Caesar, you've forgotten your clothes.
You can't put that on YouTube.
And he's lost the tip of his sword. Hasn't lost the tip of that one though. The Louvre audio guide has made me and Indy giggle a little bit because it's not a histopad. It's not even just like a little device. It's actually a Nintendo 3DS or a DS XL. Now, I love DS's. And we did actually have a Nintendo DS XL, but we had it like...
We had a 3DS and a DS.
Yeah, I feel like we had it maybe more than a decade ago, probably more than a decade ago. So it just feels like really old tech, but just you keep seeing people walking around with their headphones on, holding devices like Nintendos. It's really funny. Don't know why it tickles me. So this is apparently the famous Venus de Milo, obviously very popular, but we were reading earlier that she was actually taken from Greece and probably should be Aphrodite because she's got all the signs on her that she should be the Greek goddess of love, is it?
Yeah.
But the Mona Lisa is way better than this old bird, okay? We don't even know whether she's got the right name. We don't even know whether she's even Venus or Aphrodite. No one knows. Is that why she's so popular? Why? Answers on a postcard. What made her this important treasure to go and see? So we've got a lot of arguments about her name here. We're thinking this is the French, English, Italian. So who painted this work of art?
Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci.
In fact, he was the only vegetarian in France.
The only
in Italy.
only vegetarian. So we like him because he's pretty cool and forward thinking. So that's Nike without her head, bless her. And apparently this was a new idea. You weren't supposed to look at it from the front. You're looking at it from 3/4 on the left. So is that our left or their left or Nike's left? They're all on the left. I feel like I'm on the wrong side. I'm looking at it from the wrong side. So these are Italian frescoes. So this one was Botticelli over here. Now see, Indy was telling me off earlier because I was looking at some Greek statues and I suggested that a fan was a liar. That is a liar. He spotted it on the ceiling. It was an oar, it was, you're right. How can you play an oar? So we're in the Italian painters section, but Indy has quite rightly pointed out that the ceilings are even more impressive than the paintings, dare I say. Is that a terrible thing to say? It's down to the individual, isn't it? We're just spotting in the ceiling. We've got the names of lots of famous painters. Michelangelo, instead of Michelangelo. Raphael's the same. I recognise that name over there. There we go. So we're about to look at Lady Lisa because apparently Mona is short for lady. On our way out we just happened to stumble upon Napoleon's self-coronation. What an amazingly huge piece of art that is. Kind of puts Mona Lisa's unfinished artwork to shame. There are 191 figures in here and there's so much going on. It's easy not to look at the detail, the exquisite detail in this painting. There's the Empress, his wife, and there he is, crowning himself. Around the 1500s, when this painting was around, I might get my dates wrong because I'm no expert, Leonardo da Vinci never really finished Mona Lisa. The background is unfinished. And he used to apparently take it with him everywhere he went with the idea that he was going to finish it. Now, Francois I, and we visited Francois I's chateau when we went to Blois, and also the Chambord. That was the biggest chateau in France. He actually bought the painting, the Mona Lisa, from Leonardo da Vinci, which is why it's in French hands now. So some might say, why is the Italian painting Mona Lisa in the Louvre? Well, it's because Francois I, he bought it from him. So they've got delicious €6.80 sandwiches. Apparently there's egg and cheese. So these gorgeous veggies are having a nice snack in the Louvre. And me and Indy are starving. Wow, getting out of the Louvre is a completely different animal. We've basically been released into a labyrinth of shops and there's a Minotaur chasing us and we've got to escape and choose the right exit. Well, I've forgotten to lay down my thread, so I don't know the way out. We're going to die.
What she means is that we're just stuck in a bunch of shops.
We're stuck in a labyrinth of shops. Oh man, will we ever escape this place? Oh look, the exit with the Jardin des Tuileries, that's what we want. You can see the light, hooray! I'm regretting getting so far, which is a shame. The boat trip we probably could have done without. We felt the pressure to use it because it costs a lot of money, and actually we didn't need it. In my head it was like, oh, this is going to be a really nice way to travel along and see things.
We'll take this round to the garden.
Yeah.
We'll do the picnic, we'll see the amphitheater, we'll jump back on it, back round to the...
Yeah, that'll be nice. Then we'll feel like we've used it. And actually it's nice to be able to say they've all travelled on the same. But I would say there are better ways of seeing the city, either on foot if you're able to do that, or via the subway system or the buses. There's nothing wrong with going on a boat like this, but you're not getting the greatest, on a sunny day like this, you're not getting the greatest views either, because you just want to hide away in the shade. So yeah, for €65, I wouldn't book it again.
More blurry. Well, this is disappointing. We've just got to the garden of plants, or the jardin, the plant, if you're French, having spent an hour on the bateau on the river, and then picked up some picnic things, because one thing B and I wanted to do was have a picnic with the kids somewhere beautiful, and we thought this place would be great, never come in before. Sadly, we didn't check all the signs, and one of us can't get in, so we're now going to try and find another green space, but it's hard work, you know.
The Jardin des Plantes is the main botanical garden in France, and it covers 28 hectares, and since March 1993 the entire garden and its contained buildings, archives, libraries, greenhouses, menagerie, work of art and specimen collections are classified as a National Historic Landmark in France.
So after not being able to go into the pub, we've parked under this weeping willow next to some people dancing away. Here's our happy little picnic.
Open it on the wall.
Our happy little picnic isn't quite the picnic that I imagined or saw other people doing. However, it's the only picnic we've got. And then after this, we're going to jump back on the boat, I think. We'll try and get to this amphitheater down the road. And then back to the Eiffel Tower, maybe sit around till dusk and hopefully see the light show.
Hours to that actually happens.
Apparently it's hours till that happen. So lots of time to go and see an amphitheater.
Hearing this lovely retro music and then the bagpipes kind of drowning it out. Come on, you know, move your bagpipes along.
I'm not sure ballroom dancing has ever been done to the sound of bagpipes.
Sammy's chill. So we are sat on the banks of the Seine. We've just had what I would call a pretty scummy picnic. Here is the waste. Here are the leftovers, the spoils of the picnic. Dog food, which hasn't been consumed.
Okay.
Sammy's drunk his own body weight in water, so he's absolutely caned. He's wasted. We have to carry him home. We've had guacamole, we've had bulgur wheat, we've had crisps and hummus, and we're now having a very sensibly modest-sized bottle of fizzy wine, mainly because it was cheaper. And I don't think we better get through a whole bottle before we have to go back to the Tour Eiffel. But look at the beautiful view. This is just the most Parisian thing that we've seen. Just a group of people enjoying one another's company, doing something that is so good for health and for mental health in the most lovely setting. It's communal. They've got an audience of people that are either watching what they're doing or they're just enjoying the music and being alive. And I think that is a brilliant example to lead by here in Paris.
Nobody needs to see that, B. Now, I don't know about you, but I never knew this existed. This Roman amphitheatre, constructed in the 1st century AD, used to seat 15,000 people. So, plenty of room, and the entry was free.
Once again, Sammy can't go in. Oh well, plans sorted once again. So we've come to what I thought was a really empty amphitheatre, a kind of a site that isn't talked about much. I've never heard about it before. turns out there's a free concert here, and this chap here, the security, won't let anybody in because there's plenty of people, so he's closed the gates until the end now. So we're going to find something else to do. Sammy didn't get on well with the noises on the train, so Phoenix was there to cover his ears.
So we're just recollecting all the places that we've been to, as well as looking at the beautiful views of the Eiffel Tower. So I think even though it's been a different day today, babe, it's still been a decent day, don't you think? Are you struggling to imagine it as a decent day?
This guy doing handstand press-ups.
Wow, he's pretty strong.
Also, where we failed to get into the amphitheater and the
Jardin des Plantes.
Jardin des Plantes was way over there beyond. I think it's the furthest we've gone in Paris. So it's way over there. But yeah, thankfully the metro system got us back here.
In time for sundown.
But while we waited, we sung and swayed to the sound of the live music, and were treated to the most beautiful of sunsets as the seconds counted down towards the lighting of the Eiffel Tower.
Dad, looks like what is it? Napoleon. They don't like there.
There we are. This is almost the end of our French road trip, and what a lovely way to finish the penultimate day then in Paris by the Eiffel Tower with a billion other people.
It's very late. We have to go to Disney tomorrow. My youngest is very upset that he didn't get a sparkly Eiffel Tower. So upset that he's sobbing because he really wanted one, and we didn't have any euros left, and the ones at the little tourist stall were pretty naff. So we thought we'd look for a nicer one, but we couldn't. So he was broken, properly upset. So I've just run up from the subway, run up from the metro, and got myself my beret that I promised myself, and I've gone and got a tacky Eiffel Tower because I cannot bear to see his little heart broken. Because however much you say you're going to order one online, will it happen? I don't know. So I've got one.
What does that mean?
It means bad news for everyone on that side of the platform.
Feeling slightly broken on day 2 of Paris. The decision to stay and watch the Eiffel Tower twinkle was a great one, but it's also led to us all feeling pretty wiped out. And then some delays on trains, knowing that we've got a full day at Disney tomorrow, and the kids are already excited about that even though they're hanging. Tears about light up Eiffel Towers. And then we finally got on our last train, and we know we've got another 25-minute walk after this as well. Got all of our tickets, and then 3 ticket officers came in and scanned our tickets, and the magnetic strip wasn't working on our tickets, and they could see that I was keeping my tickets in my phone, and apparently the magnetic closure on my phone means that our tickets become invalid. And so many times over the last 2 days we've had tickets not working for no apparent reason and then suddenly working again. It's the magnet on my mobile phone that's stopping our tickets from working. So we didn't get fined, we just reminder, not a telling off. They were very nice.
That's all for now, folks. The next video will be our last part of our French road trip. Please like, subscribe, comment, and until our next escape, thanks for watching.